Today I'm going to show you how to crochet this easy cowl. This project is super fast. It took me only 2 hours to make, and it's super warm for cold weathers. The stitch pattern is not complicated at all. It's basically one row repeat because I want to make this really easy to make. Even beginners can do it. And it's very quick. You see the result on the same day. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can get more easy tutorials like this. Tell me about your questions or your progress in the comment below. That'll really help the channel. Okay, let's get started. So this is the yarn I'm going to use, Lion brand Hue and Me. It's a weight 5 bulky yarn and it calls for a 6.5mm crochet hook. But I sized out to a 7mm because I don't want the stitches to be too stiff. If you don't have a 7mm, you can still use a 6.5. So I'll start with a slip knot. Grab this yarn, pull it through like that, and insert your hook. And I'm going to make a chain that is the length of the cowl. So with this yarn, I chain 110, and that's about 120 centimeters, which is about 47 inches. And I wrap this around my neck twice to make sure it fits. So like that, make sure you can put this over your head and around your neck. So let's begin row 1. We're going to start with a chain and then insert your hook in the second chain from the hook. 1, 2, insert in that. Just under this loop, yarn over, pull this yarn through this loop, 2 loops on your hook, yarn over again, pull through 2 to make a single crochet. So that's a single crochet, and in the left vertical loop, which is this one, I'm going to insert my hook again and yarn over, pull it through. Just pull through this one loop, 2 loops on your hook again, yarn over, pull it through. So this is 2 single crochets stacked up together as a double crochet. And then I'm going to place a marker over the top 2 loops. So that's my first double crochet of the row. I make it like this all the time. And then starting from the second chain, I'm going to start making normal double crochets. So to make a normal double crochet, you just yarn over, insert in the next chain here, yarn over, pull it up first, 3 loops, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, and then yarn over, pull through these 2. So that's a normal double crochet. And then you're just going to repeat this to the end of the row. Work a double crochet in every chain. So yarn over, insert your hook in the next chain. Yarn over, pull it up first. 3 loops. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. So continue doing this, 1 double crochet in each chain, all the way to the end of the row. I know this way, horizontally it's long, but we won't need to work many rows this way, so it's gonna be fine. I'm at the end of the row now. I've got 2 stitches here left. So I'm gonna make 1 double crochet in each of them. And that's the last one. So that was row 1. And then as soon as I finish row 1, I'm just going to turn my work like that and begin working row 2. So that's the first stitch here. But from row 2, I'm only going to work in the back loop of every stitch. So that's both of the top 2 loops. I'm only going to work in the back one, which is that one. Insert in that loop, pull yarn through that loop, 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 to make a single crochet. And then again in the left vertical loop, I'm going to insert my hook and make another single crochet. So yarn over, pull it through that loop only, 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, and I'm going to place a stitch marker in the top 2 loops of this stitch to mark it. That's the first stitch. And then from the next stitch, I'm always going to insert in the back loop only. But from the next stitch, start making double crochets. So yarn over, insert your hook in the back loop, pull yarn up, 3 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And then you continue doing that. Be sure to not skip any stitches. So I'm going to keep working like that all the way to the end of the row to finish row 2. And this is the end of row 2. The marked stitch is the last stitch for this row. So I'm going to work a double crochet in this stitch back loop. Like that. So that is row 2, and this is where you need to stop. And then from the next row, you're just going to repeat this row 2. So we're going to rewind this video back to the beginning of row 2. So you start from the part where I say you can turn around and go in the back loop of the first stitch and make a single crochet. And then you make another single crochet here in the left vertical loop. And then mark that stitch, and then from there is exactly the same. So you're just going to work your row back and forth like that to work the width of the cowl. Just in case it wasn't clear enough, you're going to work in the back loop of every stitch from now on. So I'm going to work this thing up a bit, and I will come back and show you how many rows I've done. So I think I'm going to do 6 rows, and it's about 5 inches, 13 centimeters. Obviously, you can continue working, make it wider if you want, but I'm okay with this. So that's 6 rows. Now I'm going to finish this row. That's the last stitch. It should be marked for you, but I know which one it is, so I'm just going to insert in the back loop and finish this double crochet. Now I'm going to take out the stitch markers, and I'm going to sew these 2 ends together. But because this thing goes around your neck twice, so if you put it like this, that's 2 rounds. The edges should be joined like this, which means if you open it, it's not like it's twisted, as you can see. So that's once, twice. So you lay your piece flat like this, and then you twist it twice. So 1 and then 2. And this is how you sew them together. You can do this from either side, but the side you're joining the edges together will be the wrong side. So I'm going to work slip stitches along these two edges, and I'm going to work 2 slip stitches for each double crochet row, which means I'll need to work 12 stitches here. So first I'm going to join the corner. That's the first stitch. The top 2 loops, I'm just going to insert into that with my yarn like this, and yarn over, pull it through all the loops on your hook. Okay, now that that's joined, I need to work one more stitch here. I'm just going to work into that, the edge, and then find these 2 loops here, yarn over, pull it through all the loops on your hook, including this one. So that's 2 slip stitches for the first row, and then I'm just going to continue doing that, 2 slip stitches for the next row as well. So that's the first, and then for this row, I'm going to insert here 1, second slip stitch, insert here, and then here 2 loops, and that's the second slip stitch. And the next row looks like this. For this one, I can insert in both loops because this side again is going to be the wrong side. You don't need to keep this pattern, this loop consistent. So I'll just insert in 2 and 2 here. The first slip stitch, second slip stitch for this row. Okay. And the next slip stitch, I won't insert in both, just this one here. Both loops here. Okay, I have 2 slip stitches left. First one is gonna be here, 1 loop, and then the second one like this. So because this is the end corner, you can actually work 1 more slip stitch at the very bottom here, and this stitch on the side as well, insert there, and slip stitch. And then after that, you can yarn over, chain 1, pull tight, then you cut this yarn and pull it through. So that's the wrong side, that's the right side. And these 2 yarn tails, you need to hide them on the wrong side, so you fasten off. You can actually use a crochet hook to do this, but I'm gonna use a yarn needle. You just go through your stitches like that. And then you cut it again to hide this yarn tail. And do the same thing for this short one. So this is the wrong side, and this is how you wear it, like that. Your super warm, super comfy cowl is done.